Good evening, YouTube. Hi, Kevy, my wife Susan.
Hello.
Check her out, Susan Millard on YouTube. Me, well, you're already here, so you're stuck with me. Anyway, listen, so you guys know I recently bought that really kick-ass PC from MDG. Well, boy, did it kick me in the ass, all right. I signed in my account tonight only to find out that instead of paying 30 payments multiple times during the filling out of the contracts, multiple times of the finance/verification department, what did they say our payments would be for the time period? Multiple times.
30 months.
30 months. 30 months. She was
2.5 years.
That's 2.5 years. And I said, you're sure? She says, yeah, 30 months is 2.5 years. I said, okay, all right. So we verified that multiple times. Well, then when Kevy signs into his account tonight, MDG, for shits and giggles, God, I gotta stop doing this stuff. Get too many nightmares out of this. 44 payments now they want. And I'm like, no. No.
You know what that equates to in money? A lot.
Yeah, like...
Way too much.
Let me do a little bit of mathematics for you, shall I? So I'm going to go into my MDG account here. Well, not my main account, but I know the allotments because they separate. So 126.86. 126.86. That's the monthly payment. Because you can go bi-weekly. We go bi-monthly. So times 44... that is $5,581.84 for a machine that before tax was $2,249.
That just doesn't fly.
No. Okay, now let's do a little bit of other math here. If we had the payments we were supposed to get, that is 126.86 times 30. Now, that is $3,805.80.
That's with all that interest.
That's with all the interest, okay?
Yep.
And the taxes on the base price. Yep. Now, that I don't mind so much. You're going to pay extra. But you don't pay double and you don't pay triple. Not with a company like MDG. Rent-to-own, Rental City, places like that, Wells Fargo... one of the worst financing companies.
Yeah.
They left. They ran back to the U.S. Who's that other company that's the ripoffs?
City Financial,
also known now as Fairstone. Fairstone will gladly charge you 5 times what the retail is. I kid you not. So anyway, so. Multiple times they verified on speakerphone with my wife present because they knew she was because I had to tell them.
I spoke up. I was in the room.
She spoke up. She was in the room multiple times. 30 payments. That's it.
Yep.
Not 44, not 42, not 48.
With the salesperson and
30.
with the finance department.
Right.
Both of them verified 30 months.
Yep.
Term.
So... yeah, that's kind of like what happened, because this is just a repeat of the MacBook Air. You know, it's like, this is not happening. Ooh, first time you see me do that on YouTube, eh? This is how I take my pop. Ooh, like a man, yeah. Anyway, so, I ain't gonna be sending back the computer, okay? That's not happening. I like the computer. In fact, I love the computer. I adore the computer. It kicks freaking ass. Okay? However, the price tag, on the other hand, doesn't. And this time, I'm going to make them somehow reverse their bullshit. Because last time, they were like, well, I don't know what happened, sir. Somebody obviously made a mistake, and we don't know how to fix this. I said, really? You just go into the contract, you change some shit around, and repost the payments. Or just reduce the number. I don't give a shit how you do it. And they wouldn't, right? And I'm like, this is where we ended up with a 3-month penalty that I had to pay for their mistake.
Well,
Like,
this time they're gonna fix the paperwork.
this time they're gonna fix the paperwork. Okay? Worst possible scenario is we dance in court together, and that ain't gonna go over well for them in the end. Let me tell you, I guarantee it won't. So, but we're hoping it doesn't come to that. We will update you though, because I think that's only fair. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., they open up, and I'm going hunting in the morning if I get up in time. If not, well, I guess I lose another opportunity for a deer, but that's okay. I want to get these guys dealt with, and I'm going to have the wife in the room again, and this time I'm recording the conversation. And thank you, Apple, for that onboard recording software now in our phones. I love that idea, because this time I'm recording everything, just in case shit does hit the fan severely, okay? Because, see, I'm a really polite person on the phone with these people, because I ain't stupid. Let me tell you something. You can attract more bees with honey than you can with whatever, what's that saying? With vinegar, okay? Or salt, or whatever you prefer to use for your analogy, okay? So I'm really polite about things. I'm not going to yell at them, because what good's that going to do? They'll just hang up the phone, right? This whole world has gotten to a point where if you stand up for your rights, you're still getting slammed on. But there's a thing where, you know, you guaranteed me this, and then you screwed me with this, and this is the second time in a row. This is just not happening. You know, I'm not going to sit down and tolerate this. And this is a problem where too many people actually do tolerate it. They do, basically, they take it up the butt, we'll say, is the analogy I can use. Well, you know, it was cheaper, so, you get what you pay for, and they just cut their losses. No, you don't have to. I don't care if you pay 10 cents for something, or $200, or $2,000. Don't take it, you know. This is why you have warranties. This is why we have contracts here, okay? This is the funny thing, though. There is no proof of contract. Would you believe that? The only thing we have here, let me go into my little statement-y thing here. I'm going to tell you what I do have, if I can find the freaking thing. Where's my MDG? There it is, MDG. Verification department. No, that's not the one we want. Document. View your documents. Okay, so here's where I have to go through some little bit of hoops here for a second, so if you'll bear with me. Because I have to sign in my account. It's kind of dumb, but, you know, whatever. Oh, two-step verification. Yes, thank you. And paste and next. Okay, so when you're in your MDG account, I have here called an order summary. So this has a signed document, okay? Now on the signed document, it says the sale amount is $22.52.75. It says the GST amount. It says subtotal. That's with applicable taxes. No down payment required. Balance to be paid on extended payment terms. And it doesn't say what that term is.
What's the balance to be paid, though?
Yeah, it doesn't say any of that. It says an amount of $2,545.61. Bi-weekly payment amount would be $58.55. And it's like, okay, but $58.55, that's bi-weekly. That's every 2 weeks. I pay a monthly payment, which is that $126 and change. And I'm like, okay, but it doesn't tell me on my order summary how many payments I have.
But paying 44 payments would overpay that balance.
Oh yeah,
by
massively.
A massive amount.
Now, if you look at the desktop that I bought, which should still be here, yeah, Okay, and we'll go to that. And it says here, bi-weekly, okay. It says 5173 bi-weekly, okay. But it doesn't tell you the term, okay, monthly, okay, 122.05, that's pretty damn close, okay, that's within a buck or two, okay. Now, you go to total cost, okay, now you're borrowing $22.49, okay, plus the taxes, okay, so if you looked at $22.49 plus your taxes, you're going to get an amount, but we're going to go to $2,600. Now, at their summary thing here, okay, now this is where I think I can get away with showing you this shit. I just got to close something. Ugh. Okay, this is their summary chart. When you cart summary total advertised product price plus shipping and handling taxes if applicable. Okay, so we're going to take it as if we paid $2,600, which is kind of crazy, but we didn't. Okay, but that would be 63 bi-weekly payments. Okay, so that's actually 31 and a half payments. Now, they told me based upon the numbers and all that other shit, I would only owe 30 payments, which is great. 30 payments, right? So, because it starts on this column to this column. So this is your beginning price, this is your ending price, and this is your bi-weekly, which would be your advertised price, which we were within that ballpark. In fact, if we went to the bi-weekly, their bi-weekly price was $56.33. So if we find that column, whoops, what the hell was the number? 5173. So at 5173, yeah, we would take the $23.99 part. It's still going to be any one of these from $1,800 down to 63 payments total. Now that's 63 bi-weekly, so that's every 2 weeks. So if you divide that in half, you turn it into months. Okay, is basically what happens. Okay, so that's how many months you would owe. So it's like, okay, that's not making sense because 48 months would be 96 bi-weekly payments. Shit, I'm getting good at math again. So at 96, I mean, we're at 44 months. Okay, so double that is 88 bi-weekly payments. There is no 88 bi-weekly payments on any of their financing at any based interest rate, which is what I argued with them last time about this. I said, according to any of your interest that I would ever pay with you guys, regardless how good or how shit my rating is, based upon all your paperwork, which is black and white and legal and binding, by the way, okay, because they don't realize when it's in black and white, it's legal and binding. Aha! Okay, so anyways, it doesn't exist. Okay, it honestly does not exist that you would go that extreme of bi-weekly at any point. There's nothing here in the 80s. There's nothing in the 70s even. There's nothing in 96 either. So, yeah, and even if you borrowed, like, what, $4,200, right? Now, I'll guarantee you that's never going to happen. Do you know why? Because MDG never approves on their finance products. You will not get more than like 30, I think it's 32 or something $100. Yeah. It's not that massive, okay? Now, even in their loans, they have like Facebook ads for loans and shit. Now, that gets a little ridiculous. But that I could see, but still, none of that ever goes that high, right? So they want their money back quicker, right? So the longer your term is, the more money they make. And even with their longest term up there, yeah, that still doesn't add up or calculate to the math properly. So somebody is literally rooking me really severe at MDG, and we need to straighten this out. We're going to straighten this out once and for all with them. And so anyway, stay tuned for more, and You'll probably see us both again on the next video to let you know how it went tomorrow. See ya.